Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs, and today's video I wanted to show you how to assemble the double fold mug card, and I have quite a few of these available. So let me just show you kind of what we've got, and then we'll go ahead and put it together. They are really very simple cards to put together, but I know a lot of people like the instructions, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So the first one is sending hugs in a mug, and they're called double folds because they open once and then they open up a second time. And then this would be, of course, where you write your message, your letter, whatever. So that is sending hugs in a mug, and I have done that a second time, this time in the printed paper, just to kind of show you some options. Okay, this is our hot chocolate kisses. Same thing. And then we have warm chocolate wishes. And then this last one is our warm winter wishes. And I'm going to show you how to assemble that. So let me show you first what you'll get with it. With all of them, you're going to have a little dollop of whipped cream. This one has a little snowflake. Your inside piece is your coffee or your hot cocoa, whichever one you want your card to be. You will have a printed label, and this also comes with a blank label, so if you wanted to put your own sentiment on there, you could. And then your tag or your label holder. You'll have 3 pieces of steam. Whoops, your 3 pieces of steam. Your mug actually has 2 pieces. And I cut those out of the same color. You could cut this one out of a little bit darker, this piece right here, if you wanted to. But we're going to ink it up. You have 1 decorative panel for the front, 1 decorative panel for the second fold, and then your card base. Your card base has 2 score lines, 1 across the middle and then 1 down here on the side. All you're going to do is bring this up and fold it towards you. Crease it really well, and then this piece folds over and you can fold it right there. So that is your base of your card, and this is A2. It's a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it fits a regular A2 envelope. Okay, next we're going to take our decorative piece, this front panel, and we're just going to glue it to the front. So I'm going to take my tape runner, and glue it to the front here. Then we're going to take this and fold it over, and we're going to take our next printed piece and glue it to the front. And this is actually one that I printed from some digital paper. So the back is blank, but it doesn't matter whatever you want to use. Just going to kind of line that up. There is a shadow behind it. That last label kind of has a shadow behind it. Now before we do the rest of this, I'm going to show you how I ink. I don't normally, show my inking steps because everybody does it a little bit different. But we're going to just go ahead and do it. And I'm just using an old ink pad that I've had on hand for forever. I think this is from close to my heart. And I use the rubbers or the makeup sponges. I think they make the best for inking up. So I'm just going to pick up some ink, and I'm going to grab that inside piece, and I'm going to ink a little bit heavier on where the bottom of this is. So I'm going to start there, and every time you want to run out of ink, you're just going to tap that ink pad and grab a little bit more. So it's a little bit heavier on the bottom, and then I'm going to go lighter on the top. I still want some on there. I'm just going to go a little bit lighter. And this is an optional step. You don't have to do the inking on here if you don't want to. Let me see if I have one of these cups. So this one doesn't have any of the inking on it, and it's still layered, and so it still creates that rim if you like. But inking just adds even a little bit more depth. Okay, on my card, I'm just going to go really soft, except for maybe right there in that one corner. Get it a little bit more because that's kind of the way the shadow's hitting around the cup handle. You don't need to worry about the top because it's not going to be seen. This is another reason I like these makeup sponges, is because they just get right down in there into the corners. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do for the mug. So it's very light and simple. And then I'm going to do the same thing with either my coffee or my hot chocolate piece. I'm just going to take some brown. This is Tim Holtz Distressing Ink, and this is actually my favorite ink to use, is this Distressing Ink. And again, I'm going to go a little bit heavier on the bottom. And not quite as dark around the top. Okay, and that's all the inking I'm going to do for this. Now you could do more, you could do the whipped cream or whatever you want. But for now, we're going to call this good. Okay, I'm going to bring my inside of my mug piece. I'm going to glue that so that heavier ink is on this side down. Just going to add it on there. And then I'm going to add my little coffee or my hot chocolate. We are not coffee drinkers at our house, but I love hot chocolate. So, okay, once that's there, then I'm going to add my dollop of whipped cream. And this would be pretty if it was inked up just a little tiny bit, maybe in some light gray or whatever. It doesn't matter which way your dollop goes, but you only want to put glue on the bottom part because this whole thing is not going to be glued down to the card. So we're just going to put it right there and center it in the middle. And then I'm going to add my little snowflake. Okay, now once our cup is done, we're going to go ahead and glue it to this flap. So I'm going to, let me show you what I did. I'm going to open it up, lay it down so that I'm only gluing it to this and not the front of the card, which means I don't want to put glue on the whipped cream part. I only want to put it on the mug. And on this card, I did cut the mug out of the same color as the card base. On some of the others, I did a different color. Doesn't matter, whatever color you want your mug to be. I'm just going to lay that down on the matte piece. Okay, now we're going to add our sentiment. So I'm going to put some glue on here. And then I'm going to glue it to the front of my mug. Like I said, there is a blank one, so if you wanted to add something different or if you had a cute little stamp, you could do that as well. Okay, so there we go. Now the last thing we want to do is we need to glue our little steam pieces on there, but we don't want them on top of the mug. So I'm going to kind of just lay them where I want them. And you can do them however you want. Okay, once I've got them laid down, I'm going to move my cup out of the way and then just go ahead and glue those down. These are some kind of skinny pieces, but your machine will cut them out just fine without any problems. And they're a very clean cut. And there is our double fold mug album. So simple, so fun, and a great little greeting card. These mail flat, so you can just stick them in an envelope and send them to the recipient, and then put your little note inside of there, or a gift card, letter, whatever. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll give some of these a try. Please hit subscribe down below so that you don't miss any of my videos, and have a great day.